How far has my game come in 4 months? I'm Nimnom123, and I'm currently developing Rat Game with Zacky Cat Games. Back in late November, Zacky Cat Games messaged me on Discord asking if I would like to collaborate with him and make a game for the new Nintendo 3DS. I jumped at the chance. He ordered the dev kit and started learning C# while I started prototyping the game. We waited anxiously for 2 weeks for the dev kit to arrive in the mail. Once it did, we got right to seeing what we could get running on the thing. Our first attempts weren't pretty, but it was still satisfying to see something that we had created running on the device. After some tweaking, we got it to look better. It was time to try building Rat Game. Getting the game to run took some configuring, but we were able to get a build without textures to be displayed. It didn't look good, but seeing our game run on a Nintendo handheld was a positive experience. There was work to be done. The game was a textureless mess at that time, so tweaking had to be done. We tweaked some shaders and some texture resolutions, and we got this. It was better, but obviously not optimal. A little more tweaking got us here. The skybox was broken. This was an easy fix, and we got this fully textured build running. Now, it was time for some optimization. It looked good in pictures, but it was still running rather slow. We fixed up the frame rate by reducing model and lighting quality. Finally, we could work on starting actual development. Development was and is slow since both me and Zach are balancing full school schedules, but that's not to say it was fruitless. We started by working out the controls, which I threw together in a Microsoft Paint image. We programmed in a lot of the player moves like rolling, swinging a sword, jumping, and sprinting. We also spent some time working on a placeholder enemy, which is currently just the player model with a different texture. This will likely be changed soon, but it worked well for testing if the player could take damage and things like that. At this time, we decided that the amount of people currently buying new 3DS games is already small, and would likely be close to zero by the time the game released. So, we are likely to port the game to other systems so more people can enjoy it. I decided I should try to learn 3D modeling so we didn't have to rely so heavily on pre-made assets. I made 2 assets that are likely to end up in the final game, but they aren't stellar. I'm going to have to learn more before I can make any helpful assets. To teach myself about handling 3D model files, I 3D printed the player character using my school's 3D printer. I brought him home and he now sits on my mic stand and watches me develop his world. This is the longest I've ever stuck to one project, and so far it seems promising. I'm excited to continue Rat Game's development and hopefully post more videos about it. See you in the next one.